So we've had our e-bikes for a few months now, and we're really happy with them. Here's some of our first impressions about using these e-bikes as people over 50. These bikes can really make you feel like a kid again. They're a lot of fun to ride. You can glide along effortlessly without worrying about having the stamina reserve to make it back home. Endless energy, no issues, no fatigue. Feel like speeding up? No problem. Catching up with the people far ahead? Easy. Hills? No problem. We re-experienced the joy of exploring some new places, the freedom that we had as kids, going out for longer bike journeys around the neighborhood, seeing new things. It was like we were 12 again. It was really cool. Most of my adult experiences riding on a regular bike were focused on getting a workout. I wasn't really a big distance rider. My maximum range was around 30 miles or so round trip on paved trails with minimal hills. Those types of workout rides would usually feel like work. I'd focus on reaching the midpoint destination where I could finally turn around and head home. And if you did it right, the last few miles would be really hard to complete. That meant you were reaching your limit and pushing beyond. And there's nothing wrong with that. It was meant to be an exercise session. I try to get to the gym a few times a week, and that's important for maintaining health. And sometimes I like to ride for a workout. But not always, so it's great to be able to choose if you want a workout ride or a pleasure ride, or a transportation ride to get to and from your destination. If you like this kind of content, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel, and subscribe to our free newsletter that addresses issues of interest to people in their post-work years. The link's in the description. E-bikes let you relax and enjoy the moment. Exercise as much as you feel like in the moment. And once you're done the workout part of the ride, you can increase the motor assist level and relax and enjoy yourself. Take in the sights and feel of the ride, listen to music on a podcast. It's a different experience than a standard workout ride. Things like hills are no problem. No need to plan your route around the effort required to pedal. With a regular bike, I used to take specific routes that would put the larger hills in the beginning of the ride to ensure that I had the strength to make it back to the starting point. With an e-bike, that's no longer an issue. You can set the amount of power assist and exert yourself just as much as you want. On hills or flat roadways, you can pretty much go as long as you want without worrying about running out of stamina. Distance isn't really an issue either. When I was a regular bike rider doing exercise rides, a 30-mile round trip was about my limit. But that's been getting harder to maintain as I got older. And worrying about physical stamina made me reluctant to plan a longer trip. The e-bikes we bought have a battery range of around 70 miles. That's over 4 hours of riding at 15 miles an hour. So we've put some longer trips back on the agenda. Pack a lunch and make a day of it. And we're planning to do some overnight trips too. Get a hotel at the destination and charge the bikes overnight for the ride back home. These bikes feel solid and safer than regular bikes. The bikes in general have a really high quality feel. They're a bit heavier and bulkier with bigger tires that feel more solid and stable. The ride feels more stable and solid than our regular lightweight bikes. Riding over bumps and uneven surfaces is smoother than on a lightweight bike. You can glide effortlessly on paved trails or streets. These e-bikes seem to be much safer at an equal speed. Having an upright riding position is a lot more comfortable for us as older people compared with a bike that requires you to lean over the handlebars. It's easier on the midsection and shoulders and less stress on the elbows and less pressure on the palms. That makes a big difference. Using the assist can make a ride less difficult in a number of small ways. Starting from a stationary position using pedals used to mean planning ahead to be in a low gear. But on an e-bike with a throttle, just give yourself a small push and engage the throttle, and you're off moving again. Or if you're gliding up to a stop and you're slowing a bit too much, engaging the throttle to give you a short boost simplifies things. There's less of a focus on shifting to be in the right gear for the situation. We generally don't ride on busy roads, but when we need to be on the road, we can jump up to a decent speed pretty quickly if we need to better match the flow of cars. Our bikes can go up to 28 miles an hour in assist mode, which is fine for most suburban streets. You can get out of the way more quickly if you need to. But going over 20 seems to be a bit fast in most cases. 15 or so seems like a safe and comfortable speed for us. A good bike feels like a piece of fitness equipment. You can dial in the amount of effort required to ride to get the right resistance for your workout. Just like selecting the amount of weights on a weightlifting machine or the speed and angle of a treadmill. Dialing in just the right amount of assist you want gets you the right level of exercise. You can take away some of the assist to get more of a workout and increase it later if you become fatigued. It's a great way to manage your exercise. E-bikes are also a great way to slowly build up endurance. The pedal assist can be set up to the right amount for the time and decreased a bit by bit as you get reacclimated to riding. You still have to hold yourself upright on a bike seat, so if you have various pains, that can be a limitation. But for us, that seemed to get better as we rode more. I had pain in my elbows at first, maybe from overdoing it in the beginning, but that went away after a few rides, and I started to really rebuild my riding muscles. The impact of not getting tired on a ride is really profound. For us, we took much longer rides without any worry about making it back. And we found ourselves taking rides without mentally preparing for a workout, basically deciding to ride as long as we enjoyed it. We've started to think about these bikes like a medical prescription. Take a 30-minute ride or more 3 times a week and see the doctor in 6 months. It does have a monetary cost, but if it was prescribed by your doctor and helped you increase your health span, get better sleep, relieve stress, you'd likely pay for it. So there are some downsides that you should consider. Cost is an issue. A decent e-bike is going to cost around $2,000 at a minimum. That's a lot. The weight of these bikes is also an issue. If you have to carry the bikes up any stairs to get into your house, it's going to be difficult. Or if you want to lift the bikes into the back of the vehicle. And if you need a rack, the only ones I'm seeing require a trailer hitch to be able to carry the weight of 1 or 2 e-bikes. And getting them on a rack can be a little difficult. And like any outdoor activity, weather is going to be an issue. Rain and snow, or extreme heat or cold, they're not that enjoyable for riding. So if you live in an area with extremes of climate, plan accordingly. And if you don't have a rack that will support an e-bike or know someone who can help transport the bikes, you may be limited to the surrounding area around your house. Make sure that's bikeable and that you'll enjoy riding within that area. So our overall experience with e-bikes has been great. We've been really happy with them, and we're looking forward to planning some longer day trip adventures. We'll capture some footage of this as we ride and post some videos later in the fall. If you want to find out more about the bikes we bought, or e-bike selection in general, use the links in the video description. And please click on the like and subscribe buttons for this channel if you like this general type of content. And subscribe to our free newsletter that focuses on issues of interest to people in midlife and beyond. The link's in the description. Thanks for watching.